So the time has come.
That's right.
To say goodbye.
Yep, we're saying goodbye to Florida.
Yeah.
Because we are going on a huge cross-country road trip because we are road tripping.
That's right. And we got to go on road trips.
That's
or
right.
else we wouldn't be road tripping.
That's right.
But this has been a long time planning, a long time.
A whole year planning.
It's been, and we haven't been on YouTube, obviously, because we've been working so much towards the end to where we can
do this,
budget for this trip and make it happen. Because one way or another, we were going to make it happen. And like Jolly said, a year.
Yeah.
And it takes that long if you're going to do what we're doing, which is going to be probably over
11,000?
Yeah, probably over 11,000 miles.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to be putting on the RV. You're going to have to stick around because we're going to bring you guys along. We're going to show you the places we're going to be.
The campgrounds.
The campgrounds.
Oh,
activities.
man.
We're going to try to fit in as much as possible, but also get a little relaxation in.
That's right. We got to enjoy everything.
So let's start off. As you can see, we're not in Florida. If you're looking in the background, we are in South Dakota, and we're going to start here and work our way
to Washington State,
all the way over to there, and
then
a
some
lot of places in between.
Yep.
And then make it all the way to, well, not close, but it's going to be close to the East Coast side.
Yeah, we will be on the East Coast again.
And bring you guys along. Stay tuned, guys. Hit that subscribe button, and the thumbs up would greatly be appreciated. And we're going to start off with something free. You know why? Because
smiles are free, and so is this activity. So let's head over. Historic Fish Hatchery. This is so nice. Trout habitat. Well, that's beautiful. Let's see what's inside the museum. I said it's a museum, Ruby's house, and something else over here. This is the Hatchery building, completed in 1899. That thing for? It's called a Scare Away Propane Scare Cannon. to come upstairs. He said this is the first time since they've had this open to the public that they allow people to come upstairs. So I guess him and his wife, DC Booth, his wife and his 2 children lived up here.
That he was using their address to get their mail or something. Wow.
That's awesome.
Building codes.
And there's the house. Here are the raceways for the fish. The U.S. Fisheries 39. And this is a replica of the actual fish cart, the fish train. Oh, we can go inside.
Yeah.
Let's go check out the inside.
Hello.
Hi, how are you?
All right. Well, shall I come in? I'll tell
Yes,
you all
please. Thank you so much.
about it. There were 5 men assigned to work in here, but they did more than work in here. They lived in here, rode the rails for weeks to months at a time. There's one bed there open. There's another one closed right there, and then there's 2 more up here that are closed. The 5th one is all the way up front, and that's the captain's quarters. You want to walk up there and take a look?
Sure.
Now these beds look a little bit small, and that's because they are. This is a replica, and it wasn't quite as long as the original car was.
All on chains, huh?
Yeah,
Oh, what was this? An ice box?
exactly. This shows how they used to cut the ice off of a pond and the tool they used for carrying it, and they would keep it over here in the ice house, and they could keep it all summer long by covering it with sawdust and straw. Oh, I mean, it would still melt, but it
Right,
wouldn't
but it would-
disappear.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Phew. So this was a captain's quarters.
Yep. Well, do you see his bed?
Yeah.
Okay. I always ask the kids, what's that sitting on his desk?
Yeah.
Well, half of them know, the other half don't have a clue.
Oh, that is pretty nice.
Hello. How you doing?
Yeah.
They were called fingerlings, and they're about the size of my little finger. Guess how many are in this can?
500?
500.
Oh, I said 500. That was a guess.
Yes.
Now, this is what
That's true.
a car full of milk cans would have looked like. Well, that's not a good thing, because fish have to have oxygen in the water.
Yeah.
And there's not in a can. What they had to do was set an empty can here, take a full can of fish and water, pour it in, pour it back, set it here. That captured 2 hours worth of air.
Okay.
That meant they had to do every one of these. Every one of these. If they ended here, it was time to start over here again.
Ooh,
Yeah.
lot of
24
work.
hours a day.
Wow.
Well, one of the workers says, I have a better idea. Smaller can, a lot easier to handle. If you look at the top, it's got a whole lot of drilled holes in it. They would take and put ice on here. The ice would slowly drip in, and every one of those drips added oxygen to the water. And they liked it being cold. If you want to walk up this way now, that first open door is the restroom. And that emptied right out on the tracks. That's why my mom said don't play on the railroad.
Wow,
And
that's
the
nice.
next opening is a boiler. And that created steam power to pump water up from underneath. There's a great big tank underneath here. And all the way up the end is their modern kitchen. Now, one of the 5 men that worked on here was a cook, and he had to keep a fire going in both these places and be ready to serve a meal any time of the day, because these guys weren't just 9 to 5 workers. And like I said earlier, this car is a replica.
And this is the ice house, what that he referred to, that they kept the ice cubes in. The Booth House, built in 1905. That is beautiful. Gonna go inside in a minute. Look at this old Chevy. Oh boy. 1959 Chevy Apache. This thing is in mint. Well, if not mint, pretty darn close.
Fish hatchery?
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're in.
I love fishes.
Oh, look at that piano.
So have y'all been to the museum and the rail car and all that? So you saw the 2 rooms that DC and his
Yes.
family occupied? over the
Upstairs.
summer? Yeah, that was, and this was built in 1905 and they occupied it in 1906. So big difference from the 2 rooms they had above the hatchery there. So, this was a very modern house for the day. It actually had radiant heat, it had indoor plumbing, had electricity, although it was wired for electricity. Electricity wasn't available until 1906. So they built the hydro plant. So they knew it was coming and planned ahead. So all this was done, this fancy house, it cost them $5,000.
Back in the day, yeah.
Yep. So Ruby Booth was a music teacher at what is today Black Hills State University. And she did private music lessons in the parlor. The furnishings are not theirs. They're period correct, but each superintendent brought their own furniture. So the wallpaper is new this year, so they tried to get as close as they could to patterns that would have been available at that time. So the last superintendent let this house in 1983. So, I mean, to the point it would have had piano. They tell me it was called a coffin piano, so that's what it kind of looks like. Is a coffin. She would have used a upright of some sort, but that is period correct, and it was donated. So, pretty big dining area for the size house it is. So, but they did entertain a lot. When DC retired, they actually bought some adjoining property here next door to the hatchery and built a cabin that they lived in until their deaths. So, yeah.
Is it still there?
It's a bed
On the
and breakfast,
property?
yes.
Oh, nice.
Not on the property, it's
It's-
privately owned.
Yeah. Oh.
The sink there is original to the kitchen. That's about all it is. Prop the bread up and then they have to flip it around when it was done on one side.
After him upstairs, huh?
Yeah.
So they moved in here in 1911?
1906.
Oh, 1906.
Didn't get electricity till 1911, even though the house was wired for it.
They thought ahead. Smart.
Yeah, yeah. I guess they knew at some point they were gonna build this hydroelectric plant, so.
Thank you. That's where we came in. Now this is the upstairs. A mini piano. Other one of the bedrooms. Wow, look at the bathroom. And the last family that lived there was in 1983. I gotta say, these are some beautiful grounds. They also have this by the hatchery too. That's really nice if you bring your kids. They also have picnic tables if you want to sit and bring your lunch in a cooler while you come visit the hatchery. And it's right across from this little river. Which is free. We hope that you guys enjoyed that little visit to the Fish Hatchery Museum. We did forget to mention that you can buy little bags of food to feed the fish, which is another great activity for the children. There were a lot of kids there.
Yeah, and a lot of interesting things there too, like the, you know, the train and some of the houses and old school stuff.
And in case you were wondering, the Fish Hatchery is in Spearfish, South Dakota, and I will be putting the address down in the description in case you're interested in visiting yourself next time you're in Spearfish.
Also, if you're interested in hitting that like button, we sure appreciate it. And then until next time, we'll see you on the next adventure.
That's right. See you next time.
It's national, right?
Yeah, Fish Hatchery
Okay.
Museum. I already said that.
Okay.
All right, so not too bad, huh? All right, so we hope that you guys, are we gonna walk or no?
Yeah.
Okay. So we hope that you guys, I don't know, we have to keep looking down, right? So we don't fall in a hole.
Yeah, we could walk after. Go ahead.
All right. So we hope you guys enjoyed that National Fish Hatchery. We hope you guys enjoyed the visit to the National Fish. We hope you guys enjoyed this little visit to the Fish Hatchery Museum.
But we had a great time there. And you know what the best part about it was?
That it was free, just like Smiles.
You got it. Until next time, guys, we'll see you on the next adventure.
That's right. You never know what we're going to do next, so keep tuned.